Albert Einstein once said, "If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician." I often think in music, I live my daydreams in music, I see my life in terms of music. I get most joy in life from music. Here we have one of the most brilliant minds in our history telling us how music can play a role in almost everything we do. And in turn, the government wants to reduce funding and even cut out our music education programs in our public schools. This can take away a huge learning advantage from our students. So some reasons why we need music education in our schools is that it can stimulate the minds of young children, it can boost academic readiness, and it can also keep students interested in school. So first, I want to talk about the benefits of music education programs in schools and how it can be extremely detrimental if you take it away from children. So let's start at the beginning. When you look at children ages 2 through 9, you begin to see an enhanced language development when they take music education courses. Music education at this time can be as simple as playing Mozart or having them listen to Bach. When they hear these sounds and this music being performed by these artists, it helps them to get a better perception of the sounds and words that they hear in everyday life, so they begin to develop a language. PBS says that children are born into our world ready to decode sounds and words that they hear. And this just goes along with it to help show that it helps the perception of sound. PBS also states that children, when they hear music, it helps to develop the left side of their brain, which is the same part of our brain that we use to process languages and develop our language skills in there. And it builds connection all around your brain, so it's not just language skills, but it ties in with everything that you know to be able to talk and learn and speak what you need to speak to let people know. Young children also respond well when they actively participate in music. A good example of this would have to be like your alphabet song that you learned as a kid. I know most of you probably learned the alphabet song when you were in kindergarten and whatnot, and your teacher teaches it to you so you memorize your ABCs. Well, all across the nation, kids practice the alphabet song to memorize it to get down an educational system of their ABCs, so when it comes time to apply it to something, they have it memorized. Not only that, but when they use gestures, it's not just gesturing, it helps them to have body control, and it also helps them to eventually learn how to keep a beat with their body. Another good example would have to be the Wheels on the Bus Goes Round and Round and This Old Man. While Wheels on the Bus helps with more body movements, This Old Man teaches them to know their math skills and counting. With an interview with the Parenting Today program, Mr. Campbell says that music stimulates the mind, the brain, the emotions, and the body simultaneously. That means that whenever children are using these songs to recognize patterns and repetitious melodies to learn what's in the song, that it helps their mind to be more educated, it helps them harness their emotions better, and it also helps them with the body control. So next I want to tell you how music education provides an academic readiness for students. When students get a music education, it's not just a music education. It can help you with all of your academic classes and even your core classes. For instance, music is science. It demands the exactness and the ability to keep a constant pace. It's also science because whenever you read music, it's a scientific graph because you have to read volume, melody, and harmony all at the same time. Music is also math. In music, you have to know instant subdivisions of math and time. And surprisingly, music is also history. Music can relate to any time period or age throughout our history, so it can help a student when they're in class to recognize different time periods. And most of all, Music is a foreign language. Music is a combination of both Italian words and symbols to represent words and ideas. This helps for even people who don't speak the same language as you to communicate different ideas. So that makes music a universal language to everyone. So even though the government can't really test or assess music, it's really a good benefit to music education because it allows children and students to have more creativity. It lets them be good at their own level and express themselves a little bit better. Like, they don't have to be judged at a certain level by a certain time. They can be good at what they do, when and how they do it. So to break it down a little bit more, we're going to start with our main classes in an education branch, and we're going to build them up like blocks. We'll have our math, science, and English courses on the bottom, and then in the middle we'll add music education and physical education. Now later on in high school we might add on some college level courses and some honors courses. And if we take out our music education course in our system of education core classes, it might stand, but it wouldn't be near as strong, because without that music education, they wouldn't have interest or anything to apply their core classes in. So with this, it causes a lack of interest with nothing to apply anything, and this brings me to my next point. When trying to reduce our music education program, a justification that people use for doing this is that music is a distraction to students. They say that it can distract them from doing their homework, from studying, and it even causes them to leave class and get out early. But I don't think this is true. Music can help students retain and exercise their abilities that they learn in class. So, as Teresa Luswig, an assistant professor of music therapy, says, that it breaks you out of thinking one way. And this causes students and children to solve problems with not just one simple solution, but they think outside the box and use their mind to find different solutions to solve formulas or problems. Music education can even improve a student's attendance. According to the National Association of Music Education, 94% of schools with music education, with 94% of schools with education have a higher attendance rate than schools without a music education course. With this, that means that 94% of students are showing up almost every day. And that's a way more better number than any other public schools that don't have music education courses. As Roger Brown, who's president of Berkeley Music College in 2008, says, music can be motivating. Music is the pathway to opening up the student to be able to learn. This opens them up to wanting to learn other music courses whenever they come to attend school, so they're not just wanting to learn music, they go on to their math class the next hour and they want to learn it. And this also helps to keep students to be pushed and excel, and this causes them to excel in a way where they bond with others and they're bigger than something than just themselves. Because in music, it's not just one person to create a masterpiece of art. It takes several musicians to come together to create something grand. And whenever you take this away, this can be really harmful to students because they might lose a talent that they've never found or haven't even begun to realize that they have. And when you take that away, it can be extremely harmful to their entire life, never knowing the talent they have. So, in conclusion, music is important to us. It can help stimulate the minds of young children, keep academic readiness, and keep students interested in school. Without music, we would be at a loss for creativity, a loss of experience, and students would just ultimately be bored and not want to even attend school sometimes. So it's your job as parents, voters, and even students to help keep music education in our schools and keep our music programs going. Thank you.